Same thing. We're on our 23rd child dumped at hospitals under the state's safe haven law, the latest, a 17-year-old. Well, today, Nebraska's governor called lawmakers into a special session saying this really can't wait until the recess ends in January. All right, good move there. So they're coming back November 14th to fix the law's wording so parents stop taking advantage of a law that's intended for infants. But how many more kids are going to be dumped between now and then? Case in point, here's a mother who drove from Georgia to Nebraska. Just this week it happened, and she dumped off her 12-year-old son.
I had to do something that was so hard of a parent that could even possibly do. Think about getting in a car with her child and taking him hours and hours away to another state and leaving him just so I can get some help for my child.
And it is sad, and I know parents need help, but isn't there help right here in Georgia? And, you know, will we see more parents like her driving all the way to Nebraska before this law changes? That's what scares me. Joining me now to talk about this, Martha Stoddard, reporter at the Omaha World-Herald. Martha, thanks for being with us. Real quick, I mean, how many more kids are they expecting in Nebraska? You expect a glut here until they meet November 14th?
I expect there may be more children dropped off between now and the time that the legislature does finish its work, which they are expecting to wrap up on November 21st, and the law would take effect that day.
Okay, so it's going to take, I'm glad they're meeting, I'm glad they're calling a special session, but what it took so long? We're talking about kids' lives just being devastated here.
I think a lot of people were not convinced that there would be a continued stream of children, and the question is whether the state, you know, there's an election going on. A lot of people are wrapped up with that. Mm-hmm. There are other considerations, the cost of calling legislators back into session when they normally do not meet.
Well, again, I think it's well worth the money when we're talking about what's going on here with kids. And we're not, I don't think has an infant even been dropped off? It's all been children, right? All the way up to age 17.
The youngest was a one-year-old who was part of a family of 9 children who were dropped off. Okay.
Martha, I'm seeing that 40 out of 49 state senators have agreed to change the law. Who are the other 9 that aren't, this should be unanimous. What's their point here?
There are some senators who are interested in providing a means for older children to get help. Their argument is, if we want to protect a child who's 3 days old, wouldn't we also want to protect a child who's 4 days old?
Yeah.
And then what about 31 days? And they are interested in keeping the age limit at a higher age, and there are, frankly, a number of people in Nebraska who support that.
So, Martha, real quick, time's not being good to us right now. What's happening to the kids, 23 of them now, that have been dropped off in Nebraska? Foster homes, they getting the care they need? What's going on?
Yes, most of them are in foster homes or some sort of treatment setting. The children who came from other states have all been returned to their home states.
Okay. All right. Martha Stoddard, reporter with the Omaha World-Herald. Martha, thanks again for the update.